What do you do when you lose your keys? Option A. You send your dog to find them. Option B. You already have an AirTag on them and you just whip out your iPhone to find them. The iPhone is faster, it takes no treats and it does not bark in the middle of the night. In other words, I have a dog for sale. Okay, all joking aside, you're here to know if the AirTags are good, and let me waste no time and say, yeah, it's a pretty good product. It comes with a battery included, which should last you about 1 year, and then you just replace the battery. Yes, it's an Apple product where you can replace your own battery. You just twist the metal part here and it pops out. It takes a standard 2032 battery. You can get these absolutely everywhere, from gas stations to grocery stores to liquor stores. The AirTags can get a bit on the pricey side combined with the appropriate accessories, but keep in mind that third-party keyrings are just now coming out. So you can get an AirTag for about 30 bucks and then a keyring for $10 to $15. And let me tell you, the amount of peace of mind these things gives you, it's kind of worth 40 bucks. Like, I kid you not, a week before these came out, I was out on a camping trip and I lost my car key in the middle of the forest. Now, thankfully, I was extremely lucky. I was able to retread my movements and found my key in the middle of the forest path with just some dirt kicked over it. I had about 30 minutes left of sunlight, and if it was like 3 feet to the side, maybe I would have never found it. Now, if I had an AirTag on those and an iPhone in my pocket, things would have been different. And yeah, these are not the only trackers on the market. If you're a Samsung user, the Samsung Galaxy SmartTags give you the same peace of mind. And then there's Tile, which is entirely third-party and doesn't lock you into any ecosystem. All of these have their little pros and cons, and don't worry, I'll keep bringing them up throughout the review just to make my point clearer. Let's start with the obvious. Samsung Galaxy SmartTags and the Tile tags have a keyring hole embedded into them, meaning they don't need another accessory just to attach them to stuff. This is definitely more convenient, but if you're thinking that it's somehow cheaper, it's not really. Let me explain. The Apple AirTags have the U1 chip inside, which means they support ultra-wideband frequencies. Ultra-wideband is what allows you to use this precise finding feature on iPhones from 11 up. Now, if you look at Samsung's offer, you need a Samsung Galaxy SmartTag Plus to get ultra-wideband support. And the Plus version of the Samsung Galaxy SmartTag costs $40. So if you remember what I said earlier in this review, 40 bucks is about what you pay for an AirTag with some kind of accessory. And if you're thinking that Tile is the way to go, sure, maybe, but keep in mind that Tile tags still do not have an ultra-wideband model. One is coming in the near future, but not yet. I'm still not defending the AirTags, by the way. I think the fact that they lack any type of keyring hole embedded into them is kind of ridiculous. The guys over at iFixit showed us that you can actually punch a hole through an AirTag without damaging anything inside, if you drill in the right place. Okay, let's talk about networks and finding your stuff when it's lost somewhere in the city. You've probably heard this explained before, but let me just give you some bullet points. If an AirTag is lost and is out of connection range with your iPhone, it will actually bunny hop on the frequencies of other iPhones, iPads, MacBooks, whatever Apple devices are around, and it will use their connection to the internet to send its location to your iCloud. It's completely discreet, it's secure, and the other users have no idea that they're even helping you. This is not new. Apple calls it the Find My network, and it has been operational for a couple of years now. Maybe you remember back in the day when Find My Friends and Find My iPhone was merged into one app just called Find My. It works the same for iPhones, iPads, and MacBooks. Even if your lost device is not connected to the internet, as long as its Bluetooth is on, it will actually hop on the frequencies of other iPhones and MacBooks and iPads and ping your iCloud. Of course, Samsung SmartTags do the same. They just hop on Samsung devices. And then Tile tags do the same, but they are limited to only having access to smartphones with the Tile app installed. So basically, the Tile network is limited to the amount of Tile customers in your area. While with the Galaxy SmartTags and the Apple AirTags, pretty much anyone with a Galaxy phone or an iPhone will help you. And we know that there are a lot of these phones around. Basically, drawing a versus comparison between the AirTag and the Galaxy SmartTag is kind of pointless because if you have an iPhone, you get an AirTag. If you have a Galaxy smartphone, you get a Galaxy SmartTag. And if you have like a Motorola, Nokia, a Xiaomi, an Oppo, a OnePlus, well, you just buy a tile tag because they don't support AirTags or SmartTags. And this is what kind of pisses me off about these, because yeah, sure, I'll get an AirTag now and put it on my keys, but it kind of puts that extra little weight on top of the Apple ecosystem for me, because what happens if in a few months I decide to go for an Android phone, right? I gotta get rid of the iPhone, then maybe sell this with it, maybe sell whatever keyring I bought for it. But this is so convenient and I kinda like it. It's driving me nuts, which is kind of why I secretly want to see Tile explode and become amazingly successful, because it's never great to be locked into an ecosystem, and when there's a really good third-party option, yeah, go for that instead. But in this case, in this very case, Samsung and Apple have found the perfect little thing to keep me locked in. I do not care about iMessage, I sort of care about AirDrop, I don't mind connecting the AirPods Max to an Android device, I don't mind using another smartwatch, but these are just so good. Oh, and by the way, here's another thing that pisses me off about the AirTags. You can only sync these with your iCloud through an iPhone or an iPad. You cannot use a Mac to register an AirTag, which is kind of silly because my Mac has Bluetooth and it has connection to my iCloud, right? And what's even worse is that you can only look for an AirTag with an iPhone or an iPad. You cannot use the web-based version of Find My. This means that if you are in a real pickle and you need to borrow a friend's iPhone to use the Help a Friend feature in Find My, you cannot look for your own AirTags through that. You need an iPhone or at the very least an iPad with you, and keep in mind, iPads do not have a U1 chip inside, not even the latest most expensive iPad Pros. So if you want to use the precision finding feature, you need an iPhone, period. iPhone 11 or iPhone 12. Basically, Apple is telling you no iPhone, no AirTags, and that's that. Well, no precision finding, but you get it. Tell you what, I'm gonna keep my dog just in case.
Gee, thanks bro.
Thanks for checking out our review of the Apple AirTags. There's some buttons down below like subscribe, like, dislike, don't dislike, okay? There's some links if you want to read more on the Apple AirTags, or even if you want to buy yourself a pack. Okay, I'm taking this one, so see if you can find me. Bye!